Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a sudden, sharp cramp in your leg or foot? The kind that twists your muscles tight, steals your breath, and leaves you rubbing your calf or stretching your toes in the dark, trying to get back to sleep. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many older adults suffer from painful nighttime leg cramps, and often the cause is overlooked. Most people blame aging or bad circulation, but what if the real culprit is hiding in your kitchen cabinet? A snack you've come to enjoy while watching TV or chatting with friends might be quietly working against you. There's one common snack that nearly every household has, something salty, crunchy, and comforting, that could be draining your muscles of the very minerals they need to stay calm and relaxed. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to imbalances, especially when it comes to hydration and electrolytes. And this one seemingly harmless snack could be tipping the scale in the wrong direction. What you eat in the afternoon or evening could be setting the stage for painful cramps hours later. But here's the good news. Once you understand the connection, you can make small changes that protect your muscles, improve your sleep, and reduce the risk of painful spasms that leave you feeling helpless at night. In today's video, we're going to uncover the surprising truth behind this common snack and how it might be triggering leg cramps, especially in adults over 60. We'll also show you what to eat instead, how to restore balance to your body, and simple ways to keep your legs calm and comfortable through the night. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks everyone. Now let's get started. Number 1. What are electrolytes and why your muscles depend on them? Mary, a 68-year-old retired seamstress, always enjoyed a light afternoon snack. Her favorite was a small bowl of salted crackers with cheese, something she had almost every day around 4 o'clock. But over the past year, she began waking up at night with painful cramps in her calves and arches. At first, she thought it was just part of getting older, but the cramps became more frequent and intense, sometimes making it hard to get back to sleep. When she mentioned this to her doctor, he asked her a question she hadn't expected. How's your electrolyte balance? Many people, especially seniors, aren't exactly sure what electrolytes are, and that's completely understandable. The word sounds scientific and complicated, but in reality, electrolytes are simply minerals in your body, like potassium, magnesium, sodium, and calcium, that help your muscles, nerves, and cells work properly. They carry electrical signals that tell your muscles when to contract and when to relax. Without the right balance of electrolytes, your muscles can spasm or cramp, sometimes without warning. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to electrolyte imbalances. Medications like diuretics, used for high blood pressure or heart conditions, can cause us to lose more potassium and magnesium in our urine. Add to that a reduced sense of thirst, which is common in older adults, and it becomes easier than ever to get slightly dehydrated without even realizing it. That dehydration, combined with even a small deficiency in potassium or magnesium, is often what triggers those painful nighttime leg cramps. In Mary's case, her salty snacks were tipping her electrolyte levels in the wrong direction. While sodium is also an electrolyte, eating too much of it without balancing it with potassium and fluids can cause your body to flush out the minerals it actually needs to keep your muscles calm. And unfortunately, many popular snacks for seniors, crackers, chips, pretzels, are loaded with salt but offer little or no potassium or magnesium to balance things out. It's important to remember that your muscles never really shut off, even when you're sleeping. They're constantly maintaining posture, circulation, and tiny movements that keep your legs from stiffening. That means your muscles rely on a steady supply of electrolytes around the clock. If you're low on potassium, magnesium, or calcium, even just slightly, your legs might start to cramp up as you rest because the muscles are not getting the signals they need to fully relax. The good news? Electrolyte balance is something you can actively improve, starting with awareness and small changes to your routine. Are you drinking enough water? Are your snacks working for you or against you? In the next section, we'll take a closer look at how one seemingly harmless habit, reaching for salty snacks, might be quietly draining your body's mineral reserves and increasing your risk of painful muscle cramps during the night. Number 2, the salty snack trap. How sodium throws off your balance. George, a 72-year-old retired mechanic, had always tried to eat healthier once he hit his 60s. He switched to low-fat foods, cut back on sugar, and even started walking every evening. But there was one habit he held on to: his daily bowl of salted peanuts. He said it helped him relax after dinner and gave him something crunchy to enjoy while watching the evening news. What George didn't realize was that this small habit was playing a big role in his worsening leg cramps. Cramps that were waking him up at 2 or 3 a.m., leaving his muscles tight and sore until morning. Like many seniors, George thought he was doing the right thing by choosing a snack with protein and healthy fats. But he didn't pay attention to the sodium content. And here's where the trap lies. Even snacks that seem healthy, like roasted nuts, veggie chips, or flavored crackers, often contain a high amount of sodium. That sodium adds up quickly, especially when eaten daily. And while sodium itself is an essential electrolyte, in excess it does more harm than good, especially for aging muscles. Too much sodium in the bloodstream causes the body to retain water, which raises blood pressure. But what many people don't realize is that excess sodium also throws off the delicate balance of other electrolytes, like potassium and magnesium. Your kidneys work hard to filter out this extra salt, and in the process, they may also flush out other critical minerals that keep your muscles calm and your nerves firing properly. This creates a perfect storm for nighttime leg cramps, and it often happens gradually, so you don't even realize it's building up. Even if you're drinking water, a high-sodium snack in the evening can leave your body playing catch-up all night long. Your cells may become slightly dehydrated, and your muscle fibers, already sensitive with age, can begin to contract involuntarily, especially during rest when circulation slows down. That's why the cramps usually hit in the middle of the night or early morning, when the body is least equipped to correct the imbalance. In George's case, a nutritionist helped him track his daily sodium intake. Once he realized that his light salted peanuts were adding over 400 milligrams of sodium each evening, on top of the salt already in his dinner, he decided to make a switch. He started snacking on unsalted almonds and fruit slices instead. Within 2 weeks, his cramps reduced significantly, and for the first time in months, he was sleeping through the night without waking up in pain. This experience is not uncommon. Many older adults unknowingly sabotage their electrolyte balance with foods they believe are harmless. But with age, the margin for error narrows. What your body once tolerated easily can now cause disruptions that affect your sleep, your comfort, and even your safety if you're awakened in pain or get up unsteady. So the next time you reach for a salty snack, especially in the late afternoon or evening, take a moment to check the label. Is it giving you more salt than your body needs? Could it be tipping your internal balance just enough to trigger those painful nighttime cramps? Up next, we'll talk about how the timing of your snacks matters just as much as what you eat, and why that evening bowl of popcorn or pretzels could be silently setting the stage for a restless night ahead. Number 3, night cramps and snack timing. Why what you eat at 4 p.m. affects 2 a.m., 6 p.m. It was her time to unwind, but lately her nights had been anything but restful. Around 2 a.m., like clockwork, she would wake up with a burning tightness in her calf or foot, gasping as she tried to stretch the cramp out. Her sleep was interrupted, and by morning she felt tired, achy, and confused about what was causing the pain. After weeks of this pattern, her daughter suggested something surprising. "Mom, do you think it's the popcorn?" At first, Carol laughed. How could a snack from the early evening affect her in the middle of the night? But when she looked into it, she found that the timing of salty food intake plays a bigger role than most people realize. Salty snacks eaten late in the day can lead to a slow drain of essential minerals through the night, especially in older adults whose kidneys are more sensitive and slower to adjust. That means what you eat at 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. can still be affecting your muscles 8 hours later, right when your body is trying to rest and recover. Here's how it works. When you consume a salty snack in the evening, your body begins adjusting by retaining water to balance sodium levels in the bloodstream. This temporarily dilutes other key electrolytes like potassium and magnesium. Over the next few hours, your kidneys work to correct the imbalance, But in doing so, they may end up excreting more of the minerals your muscles actually need to stay relaxed. This quiet mineral shift continues well into the night, and since blood circulation naturally slows down when you sleep, the legs and especially the calves and feet may not get the steady flow of nutrients they need to function properly. The result? A sharp, sudden cramp that pulls you out of your dreams and into pain. For seniors like Carol, who already may have borderline deficiencies due to medication, reduced appetite, or dehydration, this process becomes even more pronounced. She didn't need to eliminate snacks altogether. She just needed to be more strategic. Once she switched to an earlier snack and chose foods with lower sodium and higher potassium, like a small banana or unsalted trail mix around 3 p.m. instead of pretzels at 6, her nighttime cramps faded. Her sleep became more peaceful, and her mornings were no longer shadowed by soreness. The lesson here is simple but powerful. When you eat matters. Your body is constantly working behind the scenes, even while you rest, and the choices you make in the afternoon can ripple into the night. Especially for seniors whose bodies respond more slowly to changes, managing the timing of snacks can mean the difference between a restful night and a painful interruption. So the next time you find yourself reaching for a salty treat as the sun goes down, pause and ask, is this helping my body prepare for rest, or could it be making my night more difficult? In the next section, we'll explore another hidden culprit behind nighttime cramps: dehydration, and how the combination of salt and low fluid intake creates the perfect storm for muscle pain while you sleep. Number 4, the dehydration effect. Salt plus low water equals muscle trouble. Walter, a 73-year-old retired delivery driver, considered himself healthy for his age. He stayed active, took his medications on time, and kept a good routine. But there was one thing he consistently forgot to do: drink enough water. "I just don't feel that thirsty," he'd tell his daughter. Instead of sipping water throughout the day, he usually went hours without drinking, then had a glass or two during dinner. And to make matters worse, Walter loved salty snacks: sunflower seeds, crackers, and occasionally salted peanuts, especially in the afternoon. Over time, he started experiencing tightness in his legs at night, and more than once, a leg cramp woke him up so sharply he had to stand up and walk it off. Walter's story is far from unique. Many older adults experience a natural decline in their sense of thirst, which means by the time they feel thirsty, they may already be mildly dehydrated. Add to that a few salty snacks, and the problem compounds. Salt pulls water from cells, increasing the concentration of sodium in your bloodstream and making your body work harder to rebalance. To fix this, your kidneys begin drawing water out to flush the salt, and in that process, they may also excrete valuable electrolytes like potassium and magnesium. Here's why this matters for leg cramps. When your body is even slightly dehydrated and low in electrolytes, your muscles are more prone to misfiring. Dehydrated muscle fibers become irritable, overreactive, and stiff. Combine that with a loss of mineral support, and your legs, especially your calves and feet, can seize up unexpectedly during rest. This is why dehydration is one of the most common hidden causes of nighttime leg cramps in older adults, and it often goes unnoticed until it starts interfering with sleep. Even more concerning, dehydration can impair circulation, slow down nerve signals, and cause your heart to work harder, all of which are risks for people over 60. If you're eating high-sodium snacks but not drinking enough fluids to compensate, your body ends up in a deficit, not just of water, but of the minerals needed to keep your muscles relaxed and functioning. In Walter's case, his doctor explained it to him this way: think of your body like a battery. Salt drains it faster, and water is what helps recharge it. That clicked. Walter began carrying a water bottle around the house and made a simple rule for himself. For every salty snack, he'd drink a full glass of water. He also added herbal teas to his evening routine and swapped his sunflower seeds for fresh fruit or unsalted nuts. Within 2 weeks, his nighttime cramps decreased. Within a month, he was sleeping through the night and waking up without leg soreness. The solution doesn't need to be complicated. Hydration is one of the simplest and most powerful tools we have to support our muscles, joints, and overall energy. Especially for seniors, Drinking small amounts consistently throughout the day is far better than trying to catch up in the evening. So ask yourself honestly, how much water did you drink today? And are your snacks helping your muscles or silently stressing them out? In the next section, we'll show you smart and delicious alternatives to salty snacks, ones that actually support your muscles and may help you sleep more peacefully through the night. Number 5, smarter snacking, what to eat instead to keep legs calm. Tom and Susan, a couple in their early 70s, had always shared a love for evening snacking. Their favorite tradition was sitting down together after dinner to catch a game show or read the news, accompanied by a bowl of chips or salted mixed nuts. But in recent months, they both began noticing a pattern: restless sleep, middle-of-the-night cramps in their legs or feet, and a general heaviness in their lower limbs. At first, they chalked it up to just getting older. But after watching a segment on muscle cramps and diet, they had a moment of clarity. Maybe the problem wasn't age. Maybe it was their snacks. Determined to feel better, they decided to make some simple swaps. And the results were surprising. Instead of chips, they tried sliced bananas with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Instead of salted peanuts, they experimented with unsalted almonds and a few dried apricots. And instead of microwave popcorn loaded with artificial flavoring, they began enjoying a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and a few chia seeds. Within days, the intensity of their leg cramps dropped. Within a couple of weeks, the cramps stopped altogether. So what made the difference? It wasn't just about cutting out salt. It was about choosing foods that give the body what it actually needs to prevent cramps: potassium, magnesium, calcium, and hydration-supporting ingredients. Bananas, for example, are high in potassium and easy to digest. They help muscles relax. Yogurt offers calcium and magnesium, along with a bit of protein to help muscles recover from the day. Chia seeds are tiny but mighty, loaded with magnesium and fiber, and they support hydration because of their ability to hold water. And dried apricots or dates provide natural sugars and potassium without the high sodium content of processed snacks. The beauty of these snacks is that they're not just healthier, they're satisfying. They feel like treats, but actually work in harmony with your body instead of against it. And more importantly, they're simple. No need to count calories or follow a strict diet plan. It's about being mindful of what you put into your body during those quiet evening hours. Smarter snacking isn't about deprivation. It's about intention. Choosing snacks that help your muscles relax instead of tighten, that keep you hydrated instead of drained, and that allow you to sleep soundly instead of waking in pain. And when you experience that first full night of uninterrupted sleep, you realize that a small change in your snack bowl can lead to a big difference in how your body feels. Tom and Susan still enjoy their evening routine, but now it's with a different plate and a lot less pain. What about you? What's in your snack bowl tonight? And is it helping your body feel calm or putting stress on your muscles? Number 6, small changes, big relief. How your snack choices shape your sleep and safety. Evelyn, 80 years old and fiercely independent, prided herself on managing her home, walking to the mailbox each morning and sleeping soundly through the night, until recently. She started waking up more often with a painful clenching in her calves. One night she tried to stand up and stretch it out, but her legs buckled and she nearly fell. That moment shook her. She knew one serious fall could change everything: her independence, her confidence, even where she lived. But what surprised her most was discovering that the root of her problem wasn't her age. It was her nightly snack of cheese-flavored crackers and salty pretzels. Evelyn learned, through a conversation with her nurse practitioner, that the muscle cramps disturbing her sleep were likely linked to sodium overload and a gradual depletion of essential electrolytes, all triggered by something as seemingly harmless as her evening snack. This realization was both alarming and empowering. It meant she could take back control, and so she did, with small but meaningful steps. She started swapping her crackers for a banana and some unsweetened yogurt. She added more water during the afternoon and switched from soda to herbal teas in the evening. She even made a fun new habit of slicing up cucumbers and adding a pinch of lemon juice when she wanted something crunchy and refreshing. Within weeks, the nighttime cramps faded, her sleep deepened, and, most importantly, her confidence returned. Evelyn's story is a reminder that the little choices we make each day, especially when it comes to food, shape our quality of life in ways we may not immediately see. Something as routine as what we snack on while watching TV or reading can either support our health or slowly chip away at it, especially as we get older and our bodies respond more delicately to imbalances. For seniors, the risks of something like a leg cramp go beyond the discomfort. A sharp spasm in the middle of the night can lead to falls, broken bones, hospital visits, or a lasting fear of moving freely. That's why addressing the root cause, often hidden in our pantry, becomes so important. By switching to snacks that hydrate, nourish, and relax the muscles rather than tighten them, you're not just avoiding pain. You're preserving your independence, your rest, and your sense of security. These changes don't require expensive supplements or complicated diets. Just awareness, just curiosity, just the willingness to ask, is what I'm eating helping me or hurting me? When you approach food with that gentle question, you start giving your body exactly what it needs to care for you in return. So take a moment tonight to look at what's in your hands. Your snack, your drink, your choices. Are they calming your legs and protecting your sleep? In the final part of this video, we'll wrap up with a powerful reminder of how these simple shifts can bring lasting relief, better nights, and a stronger, safer tomorrow. So as we've seen throughout this video, something as small as a salty snack can have a surprisingly big impact on your health, especially when it comes to leg cramps, poor sleep, and nighttime discomfort. For many older adults, those painful spasms that strike in the middle of the night aren't just a normal part of aging. They're your body's way of asking for balance, for more hydration, fewer irritants, and better support through the choices you make each day. The good news is that you don't have to overhaul your life to feel better. By simply adjusting what you snack on in the afternoon or evening, you can protect your electrolyte levels, reduce your risk of cramps, and sleep more soundly. Choosing foods rich in potassium, magnesium, and water, and cutting back on heavily salted processed snacks can help restore your body's natural rhythm. And when you sleep better, everything improves. Your energy, your balance, your peace of mind. This isn't just about comfort. For many seniors, nighttime leg cramps can lead to falls, interrupted rest, and a fear of moving freely. But with a little awareness and a few small changes, you can take that fear out of the equation. You can reclaim your nights and protect your days. Your muscles are listening, and when you give them the support they need, they respond with strength and calm. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. If this video helped you or someone you care about, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're here to support you on your journey to healthier, stronger living, one simple choice at a time. Take care of your body, take care of your rest, and we'll see you in the next video.